part of our events, we try to keep them community-based, which means that we target at local audience, and we also have the open air cinema during the summer. So we try to motivate local people here in this neighborhood to come here and to engage. We are trying to shape ourselves as an organization or institution which new trends in contemporary art and music, and we bring them here. We like to work with a model that we invite an internationally acclaimed band, but then we like to invite some really interesting local bands which can play as support.
Is to promote emerging artists working with sound.
If you have some places in the city, for example, that are empty or recently vacant, it's a very good tool how to and live in those places, how to bring more people there, and actually create also or generate economic growth for the cities. You know, even just boost the community or even help the economic growth. You need livable cities for that.
Depot 2015 was set up as we call it Creative Zone or the Center for Creative Enterprise. Last year put together space for showcasing art and design in many different forms. Performing arts, exhibitions, interactive exhibitions, but combine it together with workshop spaces, studios for artists and designers, so that we have this flow of creating and exhibiting innovative ideas on one spot. Also a lot on community events like street food market, like community garden. Like we cooperate with a lot of festivals, with national and local festivals, and we provide the space as a venue. We cooperate with Center for Robotics, and we have regular workshops in the different disciplines like silk printing, metal workshops. So we try to keep it as open as possible.
So Poligon is the first Slovenian creative center. It focuses on empowerment of freelancers who are coming and creative communities who are coming from the fields of creative industries, culture and social entrepreneurship. Started experimenting with crowdfunding and introduced crowdfunding as a very important method to Slovenia for raising much needed money. In February 2014 we finally founded Poligon as the first Slovenian creative center. It has a co-working space where people can work. It's also a very important event space where we organized or host a lot of events. In the last 2.5 years we had over 400 events and more than 30,000 visitors. And the idea is to map the needs in the community and to bring in the know-how and opportunities for them to learn new things, to network together, and of course to maybe start new projects. Things are developing organically, and I think this is very important because Poligon is completely bottom-up and bottom-up initiative, developing very organically and also adapting to the needs of the community all the time. Put a lot of effort into developing projects that have social impact.
We have here a multimedia hall. We have a lot of collaboration with theater or musicians or with some movie festivals. We have around 100,000 visitors per year. As we moved from the center of the city to the new part here in New Zagreb, the position and location actually of museum makes museum visible.
Museum of Broken Relationships is a project which is more than a decade old now, and the funny thing is that it was not meant to be a project. It was a kind of idea that was born from a very personal experience. So we had this idea to store the objects and the stories connected to the lives that were no longer there. It started as an art installation because 2 years after, Dražen Grubišić, after 10 years, I'm almost sure that the main reason is everyone wants to tell his story. And language makes us humans, and stories make us humans more than anything else. It's growing. I mean, the call for donations, as we call them, is always open. There is a huge interest from international press. Somehow Reuters, Associated Press, all these big agencies were interested by a small artistic project in Croatia. Just that name, Museum of Broken Relationships, just snowballed into something huge press interest, and they were calling. The titles were the first Museum of Broken Relationships opened in Croatia, and for us it was funny because it was just a metaphorical space.